All right, gentlemen, and anyone else who might have been following my misadventures with this song, The Ghost of Whitesburg Town. Noob Mistake. This is all about transparency and full disclosure. I'm still learning, especially when it comes to this mastering stuff. Now, why is it this mix that's giving me so much trouble? I sensed that it had to do something with the arrangement, although I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Well, it turns out that hunch was correct. I just needed time to, I don't know, put two and two together is putting it too lightly. I had to put quite a few things together to really figure it out. But for anyone who has been following my misadventures with this, perhaps some of you with amusement, here's the thing. Okay, in a nutshell, the less technical thing to say is that the song is overall less dynamic. The arrangement is less dynamic. It's got orchestral strings and, okay, it's dense. The more technical thing to say is that it's got a lower crest factor. Quite a bit lower crest factor than the other mixes, the other songs on this album. And so what that all boils down to is that I was hitting my mastering chain with way too hot of a signal. Way too hot RMS, not peak. And I was using my the meters in Sonar. It's peaking around, -3. That's usually about right. But I have much higher RMS, and I didn't realize it. Long story short, I ended up downloading a proper view meter, which gives you a much better visual representation of what the RMS is. And using that, I was able to calibrate the proper level with which to drive the mix into, well, this is the main one right here. Variety of sound, flavor MTC. And then to choose the correct calibration so that it's green during the quieter parts and starting to pulse yellow in the louder sections. Of course, you also got to set that here, but yeah. Lots of moving parts. And then that goes into this thing here, Audio Rift Dual LT. And, so the first thing that I did was I used my view meters to get everything at unity gain with these things, so that I'm driving flavor MTC roughly minus 18 dBFS RMS. So I got it at unity gain, and then I set the levels by ear after that, and then gain stage afterward to get it up to roughly the target LUFS. and a whole bunch of other things as well. I went back into the mix project. This has been a real convoluted process with this song. I ended up taking a whole stage out of the production arc because it just wasn't working as it was with the other songs. And with everything being so discombobulated, there was one step that I had neglected to take with something called mid-side compression and also mid-side EQing. I hadn't done that and didn't realize it. All right, so it's been another long session. This is where I got it now. The woman with the rolling pin down in the parking garage. This time she gave me my warm piece of pie with the whipped cream on top, and she gave me a shoulder rub. So, what can I say? Noob Mistake. Noob Mistake. I reviewed the rest of the masters in the car going down the highway today. The others still perform really well. 3 of them in particular, I think they're done. Well, they need just one minor tweak, but but this one I think I got it finally sorted out. Knock on wood. Anyway, I'll shut up and play it now. And again, thank you for your patience. And hope to hear back from you soon. God bless.
Snowbirds are gone, they're Dixie bound. I can't fly, but I made it to the south. I met a couple friends, the brothers Brown, and I know a man clearing the Sand Lake Cemetery grounds. Have you heard of the ghost of Whitesburg town? He's always got work to do. The widow's mule is too old to plow, and there's no more milk coming from the coddle's cow. There's a field where nothing yields anymore. He's keeping watch for the fox under his mama's hen house floor. That great ghost is pedigree. His blood runs through the Confederacy. He's handing out the Almighty's word and letters from his legacy. With everything, the seasons change, but you can bet the ghost